Hello and welcome to another edition of the Eternal Journey. The format for this one's going to be a little bit different, but today there's two things I actually want to take a look at. And first, that's the Game Changer charity, sort of like card back and avatar. I want to take a look at that, but I also want to take a look at Sunyveil's 23/5 ECQ Burning Hope. So hopefully in the next hour or two from now, but in the future it'll be what happened yesterday maybe. Sunny will have taken this down, so Sunyveil's actually left Eternal Titans now, so should probably get that removed because they've made their own team now, which is actually something I'm pretty interested in talking about at some point in the future. Might have to join them up and finally go back to being on team mode, just to be part of something, you know, bigging yourself and all that. So the first sort of big news was that we've got this Game Changer charity, so there's going to be in about 2 or 3 days it's going to come to the store, and it's going to be sort of this cute avatar with the emotive which I'm kind of pretty excited to get involved with, because that's sort of nice. I don't know, some sort of blowout situation happens, you get to do that, so that's fun. So it's $5.99, but 50% of all proceeds are going to go to the Game Changer charity. So I don't know much about this charity, probably going to look into it and find out, but you know, that's always good, you know, to give them a little bit off the top, you know, half and half. So there's probably actually slightly more than half, because Daryl will have to pay some sort of fee for transferring like my $6 towards himself anyway. And then for another $5.99, you could also get the Hungry Sloth Premium card back, which I'm not sure whether or not I'd want this over my closed beta, but I can see myself maybe using this one to let people... excuse you, general update. I can see myself using this one when I was recording to sort of let people know that I'm recording. I've always sort of wanted something that I could have to sort of signify to people, hey, I'm recording, so if you want to opt out of playing this game right now, you can scoop it, or like send me a message or something, or just spam emotes and I'll stop recording. But that's something I'm going to look into at some point. But you can get it all together, so you get to save... fuck's sake, radio, get out of here. Right, so you can also get like a bundle, which is both of them. I think save $1 on this, so 50% of all proceeds will go directly to the charity, but you also get a free draft ticket. So this one is actually better value than the $1 off. I think it's like, probably translates like $6 or something, because you get the free draft ticket, which is worth 500 gems, you get the avatar, and you get the card back. So this is something I'm pretty happy about. Would like to see this more in the future, just sort of like these cool little things. I mean, they're optional for people to have. It's not like making the game pay to win or anything like that. It's just, if you want to have this cool thing, you can have it, and it's not super frequent. There's, you know, there's an avatar every month. There's, I guess, there's the card back. You could count that, but the sealed event everyone's going to play anyway, so it's neither here nor there. So yeah, the next couple of days you'll probably see me using this card back when I'm playing. But yeah, next on to this. So Sunyveil has actually wrote a little bit of an article about this. I'll probably find the link and add that into the description below, but we are going to play this deck. It's got a couple of sort of innovations that we've not seen for a while. We've got Bulletshaper plus Privilege Rank, which was like really big last set. And other than that, most of it's not super different, but we've got 8 Smugglers, so we can start pissing around with Cho, put it in the market, take it out. The market is mostly standard. We've still got the removal spell here. We've got Regent's Tomb. We've got Martyr's Chains, which is something that, as we saw when we played the Big Orange Ball, it's actually really impressive. You get to turn your extra powers into like removal spells, so you don't feel as bad when you've got stuff like Privilege of Rank in your deck and Lost Scroll. But you also get to double all the size of your units, so you get to very easily just take the game out of reach for your opponent, because if you just like double size on, I don't know, Red Canyon, of course she's got double damage, so that's easy, but all you just lifesteal units, just really going to close the doors on your opponent. They've also got the bar here, which bars sort of run out of fashion a little bit in FJS, because we did want things that we could get with both merchants, but I think bars are so good that if you can just get it with the Red Canyon, it's probably still good. We used to only have like one merchant anyway, so yep. Export this, and let's just add it in, and then we'll don't really need to say too much about the actual deck, because it's just a good deck. Can't wait for the day when we just get like to pick like a default card art, because obviously it's always going to be like last word. So there we go. So it looks like it's beautiful. Let's go. Okay, well, we're on the play, and actually this is something I didn't mention before, the Winchest cargo. So this is sort of like, it's a little bit, I'm not too sure on this, because we do have that really good power, well, influence fixing now, because we've got Bulletshaper I'm just going to keep this because we've got like 2 draw cards, and we can do a free ramp with the Bulletshaper because if we want to, we can discard Treasure Trove. So my volume down a bit, it's like noisy from here. I don't know if that translates for you at home, but there we go. Just like starting the game with like a 1,000,000 card hand. I'm going to play with Crest first. Yep, more Smugglers is good. The only problem I've got with playing a Winchest cargo actually is, apart from having like a bunch of like 6 and 7 drops, is that I don't like playing it with Merchant because for me the card arts are too similar and I don't really think that's okay, to be honest. I think I will keep that. Yeah, because then we'll just do that plus the other thing. I should take a look at the deck list. I'm going to move this off the screen for now. And what do we have? So our requirements are 3, 4, 2, 4. Oh, it's for chains. Okay. Yeah, that's probably fine then. Let's get Winchest cargo, just like grab Shadow Source. I'm not remotely interested in turning this into a random card. We've just got so many powerful things to actually do. So we could very well be playing against the Mirror here. Yeah, let's just throw it up. Yep, another Winchest cargo. So that one will probably get turned into like a spell. Just because we've got a bunch of things going on now. I could actually just discard that, get out a nice early show on like turn 5 or something. Do we do that? I've got here. I might just go and get Regent's Tomb. So we'll ship out a Cho to go and get Regent's Tomb. And then I guess we will... We've got basically enough power here, so let's just do this just to get like a random spell. Could have actually transformed this if it was something that sucks into that. So Spitfire reacts. Task Collector sound fine, but I think I'll just take Square Vengeance, just like a cheap way of... It's not really blowing out a removal spell, like, per se, but it's kind of nice on Cho, actually. So if we can like, wait till 7 to play Cho, pretty nice shape there. But I think this turn, Paul's going to actually play a Power Down first before we play Regent's Tomb, because I feel like our opponent's got a torch, and if they just like fire off this torch just to kill our thing, well, in response to our sabotage, of course, would like to just be able to like snap off the Square Vengeance. So our opponent's waiting. Okay, so it's Slay. Like Slay on my Merchant's kind of aggressive, but maybe they've just got a hand that can't really deal with that very well. So let's just tomb them, and then oops, just sabotage. Yep. So, Sleeping Drought, right. So they must be up to something a little bit cheeky, so whoop. Just move this off. So I'm actually using screen capture now rather than game capture. I think we'll take Display because Display can be a 2-for-1. Sleeping Drought, we can play around that. As soon as we know that exists, we can play around that, make that not as good. Let's play this out. And then I'm going to wait on the Cho. I probably does have a Slay, but we'll be able to get them with Square Vengeance. Okay, well, they get to get us with the Vicious Highwayman, which isn't ideal, I'll be honest. Scarfing, but, you know, we still traded like 1-for-1. Got rid of a Display, so I feel okay there. Red Canyon, what can we get? Just get Cho again? Could get Martyr's Chains, actually. Our opponent's not got anything that'll deal with that. Yeah, so let's just play this out. We're up to 6, we're up to 7 right now. No, can't get Martyr's Chains, can we? Be too much of a mess. Could get Cho again. This is actually a little bit more difficult. Could I get Vanquish? Just to have like a definite removal spell. But we've got the intention of blocking anyway. If our opponent slays, they slay. It's like whatever. You'll take Vanquish. Intention of blocking, our opponent should slay. Doesn't get it for 4 damage. Getting some lives. They're only at 4, so it's like whatever. They've not got too much they can do with a turn actually. Okay, so just snapped off the hidden road Smuggler off the top. Also, it's like a fine. So if our opponent doesn't do anything, go for the this. Could get blown up by Torch here, but like whatever. We've got to trade, and we've still got like the Vanquish here, which is pretty spicy actually. So we'll Vanquish this just so that our opponent's not getting anything in play actually. I think we can Lost Scroll here, grab a Justice, play a Bulletshaper, and then if our Merchant comes up, we'll just like get rid of this Bulletshaper. Don't think we need this anymore. The first one's great, but the second one probably a little bit less so.
Only the best for you.
Big Smugs still looking good. So our opponent probably got like a Sleeping Draft and a Slay still. Let's have a Crest actually, see what's on top. Yeah, don't want that. Don't want this, don't mind if it gets, like, owned by Slay. Like, our opponent doesn't have anything else to do with the turn then. I feel like we're a solid run out of our resources. Okay, so go to Slay. Yeah, you can gain free. It's not fine. So, we can hold this for a big turn, but I just don't think we need to. Oops. Attack here. Guess there's no reason not to play it for free. Then we can play the other one because they've already got 2 cards in hand for both if we do get Mart's Chains and if we, I don't know, find merchants. We've got one we can use as a removal spell and one that we can use for, I don't know, marketing away. Bulletshaper kept the second one back so we can double block. But our opponent does have the, yeah, Sleeping Drought is sort of spicy actually. And they can hold it up here as well. So I suppose let's Quarry. I suppose Rizahn's about as good as a removal spell. And so we get the Sleeping Drought off them. If they do have it. I'm not going to attack because they can just use it whenever. So looking forward to them playing it so no longer have to worry about it. So it is on the opponent to sort of decide if they want to use it now, and I guess they do. Okay, cool. So I get to close my snipping tool. Don't have any more information about the hand.
Only the best for you.
That's actually kind of nice as an interaction with merchants, just being able to keep reusing them. Although, like having the power level of Sleeping Drought in your deck, sort of medium. I feel like you will. There'll be some games where you'll lose because you had this in your deck. Like playing against like Skycog or whatever. Okay, Deep Forge Plate for 8. Yep. Pretty sure you don't actually get to kill everything there, so that's sort of fine. Get to gain a bunch of lives, but okay. Also, we weren't racing that if we just kept our Rizahn alive, actually. Quarry again, kind of nice. Yeah, we'll just take this one. The Red Canyon Smuggler, the old Destiny. Cool, we'll get extra draw as well. So I'm actually going to swap this. I will grab Mart's Chains. We could have got Chill actually. Oh yeah, because we've discarded Privilege rank, we're just like absolutely going off as well. Cool. Well, let's just play Chill. Then next time we can play Mart's Chains plus like Justice Sigil to kill something. And hopefully even like attack. Oh dear. Well, we've got that in the bin now, so if we draw something spicy we get to go ham. Let's just kill this. We're just going to draw 1 card I think. We'll draw 1 treasure. I promise off it. It's probably correct. You probably weren't coming back off like beating our 12-12 Cho at the end of turn. Okay, well we're on the draw against Iron Man, so could be getting arc blasted out of space here. So I would, if there was a Shadow Sorcerer, I'd keep this just because of Quarry. I don't think the Chill's enough to make me want to keep it, so we'll blast it off. Yeah, this looks great, actually. We can play Bulletshaper, gets right up. Display of Ambition, don't really like it too much in the early game, but you know, it's still good. Later on it'd be real good because we have like a merchant here as well. I think I'll keep Cargo, just because we can probably turn it to a spell now if it's rubbish, just merchant it away. Not too worried there. Okay, so could potentially play against Ictun here. Okay, so we are. Our opponent just like lets us know straight away. What would we get straight away? I think it'd be the Merchant's Tomb, wouldn't it? So we do this for a Shadow Source. I don't want to leave Justice Sigils back in the deck just so that we can still have live Privilege ranks. We do have 7. We do have 7 sources. So we've got a lot of Justice Sigils. Generally you do want to have about 7 if you're playing like the full suite of Privilege ranks. Now we can play this to turn this into a spell. We need to. Yeah, but on that. Red Canyon. Just gonna get the Regent's Tomb here. Sort of nice that well, sites can't get sabotaged. Maybe they will do in the future. Might be a change to sabotage where it's just like hits a non-power card or something. Just try and crack our opponent for 4. Get him to spend some power. Cool. 1 for 4, that seems good to me. And yes, we try and sabo it. Don't really want to swear vengeance quite yet. Okay, so they've got Vanquish and Wisdom the Elders here, so let's snip into. I'm probably going to move back over to game view in a minute so that you don't have to keep seeing this. But that's generally what I do. Well, we'll take Wisdom because that's the 2 for 1. If I promise the 1 for 1 with removal for the rest of Eternity, that's sort of fine actually. Yep, chill's good, we'll keep that. The old post-combat boost on our double damage, yeah. So still, there is some text. So what actually do we have here is tools to fight. So give one of your units revenge is... I guess that's sort of it. Well, that's what we're doing. So we can... Winchest here. Try and get a spell. I get lucky hit Vara. So Reforge, Humble Instructor, and Knight and Dustcaller. Okay, so a bunch of stinkers. So I don't think we've got any weapons of this deck, have we? Might have like 1 Runehammer. Yeah, we've got 1 Runehammer. So Reforge, good, but we don't have the Runehammer, so let's not do that. I guess it's Dustcaller. So multiple battle skills. I just don't think this will survive to do that. Actually, that works on this because it's got. Is Revenge a battle skill? I don't know. Well, let's not find out for science. Let's just get the free 2 for free instead. And then I guess we can just treasure trove it up. Okay, so we've got a Slay, so maybe we can do something about this next turn.
Another round.
Probably not attacking. Would like to defend this just so that we can actually get our Elias out, because Elias is really good. Opponent gets to draw a card here. If they've got a removal spell, that's fine. You know, we still potentially get to do something here. Okay, so we've got to trade, and our merchant goes back, which is perfect. We're probably going to get rid of this free to actually just turn it into an actual card. So, Ixton Contraband, opponent's looking for some stuff. And of course, we can hit our 7th power here. Avigraft on Bulletshaper. It's probably fine. When it doesn't hit your merchants, I feel pretty good. Let's just link it, I guess. Display. So we've got nothing in here. So this is one of our 2 for 1s. It could be good later on. I feel we'll take it just as like a big removal spell. And then we'll play Cho. If our opponent wants to silence it plus Avigraft it, it's like fine. It's a nuisance, but it's one Avigraft that isn't hit one of our merchants. Yeah. So it's the Vanquish Renew. That's still also fine. Our opponent doesn't have like a charge unit though. What? Oh, our opponent. It's a quick draw pledge, not charge. Ooh-wee. Well, goodbye, Elias. You get to do some work here. So let's play Dustcaller. Let's get Nightfall going. I feel like we're kind of fine here. We've got 2 of our Wisdom of the Elder, so if our opponent kills... Actually, our opponent has to kill Elias, and then we have to draw it and get into the bin for our Destiny to go on. It's just a pledge unit. Regent's Tomb doesn't do anything anymore. You can take it, mate. All yours. I mean, I guess we technically get to like... I guess they had the snowballs which we blocked here, but... Yeah, this is fine. It's like... It's Quarry time. Oh, yes. I mean, as much as I do like Vara, I do like doing this as well.
Finest weapons in there.
So, let's actually... What can we trade away? Because I want... I'll trade this away. I want Stat Maiden. I probably not good. I think they got board wipe, like, whatever. Oh, display the next turn is just like absolutely absurd, so. Everyone can board wipe this, but then our displays of ambition are just really exciting because we get to play both Red Canyon and Elias. Like for free. So free cost us like put Lethal into play. Obviously probably should have held up display this turn, but I was just being greedy and just trying to get the cudgels. But yeah, that was definitely a misplay. Should have just not played the Maiden. held this up so we had lethal, but that's fine. We'll do it next turn. The longer the game goes, the more content we get, so... That's fine. We'll draw it in a minute anyway. So opponent's at 12. So we'll kill this. Send it to a cudgel. We kill this and then we're able to kill our opponent. So slay this. Beep. So our opponent sees it. We're just going to make some huge like Red Canyon Smuggler and sort of go ham from there. Well, just managed to do a supply line quest as well, so we're doing well. Okay, so I'm actually going to wrap this up a little bit early. A couple of reasons. I've got more in this hand. So I've just got some stuff to do. Going to make the rest of my videos in the week, I think. Yeah, we'll keep that. And you've probably seen FGS to death, so let's do Crest Chaos here. Just set up the Quarry next turn. Crest of Chaos again. I think we'll bottom that. Let's try and find some action because we've got like removal spell and situational removal spell. Okay, I'm playing combat, so maybe let's do something. I'm just gonna do this. Quarry. If we hit a torch, kill that one. Hidden roll's good. Yeah, I enjoy how smooth FGS feels. So apparently this is like 60+% of the actual metagame for the event here. Oh, this is health 5 on one. Probably going to slay one of these next turn. Let's get... Yeah, combat is probably going to have something to slay with Vanquish. I don't think Stat Maiden is as safe as it used to be because combat does have a lot of access to silence. So we could Runehammer next turn. We could slay this. Doesn't seem actually great. Well, we're gonna play the Smuggler. So we do have a Justice Sigil on top, so I can actually feel kind of okay about shipping this one to go and get a Stat Maiden. We'll get Stat Maiden, yeah. So there's an argument for getting like Vanquish because our opponent does have like answers to Stat Maiden. But if they don't, I guess they take off the game. Oh, they're playing some super big ramp deck. It's maybe some sort of like Martyr's Chains deck, so we do need to try and get Vara pretty soon. Well, let's just boot this. Knock our opponent's power down a little bit. Perhaps should have done that in the other order, but generally we'll be able to snap this off like a torch or a Rizahn or something. Should be pretty easy going. March line 4 and get some sick value. We can actually play our Maiden and kill this, so we always kill it the old fashioned way, just like boop. Get out of here, kill this. Let's start crunching our opponent here. Okay, so they are the Martyr's Chains deck that I thought they would be. So sadly, we can't do too much about this. We've got many units in our void, which is sort of sad, but I guess just play Stat Maiden and just sort of hope that we can not have our opponent just play like a... if they play the Minotaur here, the one that plays 2 powers, would be in pretty rough shape. Probably drank. So this is going to be pretty bad for us to try and get through. Because we can't actually... Oh, okay. Right, okay, I see what they're doing. Yeah. So they don't want to let us dark turn this, because this is just basically... Oh dear, oh dear. Yeah, well, we're in trouble. Okay, I'm going to wrap this up because I think that this game's probably just over. We could like kill both things, attack for free, but we know our opponent's got like our removal spell for this, then we can use this to get these back, but if we don't hit like a Fire Merchant, we'll just be dead, so let's go to wrap up. Scoop it up and finish off. Okay, so there we have it, the Sunyveil deck. what can I say? This deck is still good, and it's just going to keep being innovated on. It could be a slight problem because I think there was a Reddit post as well, so I'll probably just bring that up, where I think it might be an Apocalypse who did the sort of breakdown to see what like the actual wins were, well, what decks actually made it in. So I can't actually find it now. That's tedious. Okay, so I can't find the actual post I was looking for, but basically there's 34 out of 64, so that's more than half of the decks were FJS. So this is probably a little bit of a problem. I see that like the peak decks are lower in numbers. There's still a lot of them, but it's sort of branched out across different sort of archetypes. So we've got like Ixnal Peak and Jenna Peaks and Dark Peak. So we've got different decks that are actually using that card. I think this is just something that's going to happen when you've got like what we have now, 5 sets and like 5 campaigns or something, where you're just going to have, this is just going to happen where we just are able to build a good stuff deck like we were in Magic a couple of years ago with Jund. Then just same sort of power level. This will probably get resolved like soon with a balance pack, because I believe one is coming. There was a slight balance sort of change with the merchants. Again, I wouldn't mind if all the merchants were just 2/2s for free and you were playing them for like the text on them, but also the fact that they were a tutor and just making your decks more consistent. Similar to Morphs, I guess. Yeah, not much to say about this. There is a pie chart as well. Yeah, so you can actually see. Okay, so this is the one that I was looking at. This was actually Titanic 14. Yeah, you can see the big blue bit, that's FGS, and this is everything else. I'm going to assume that these are other sort of colour coded towards what they are. So we've got like the sort of nice pink colour here, which is peak decks. The reds are like sort of off the wall. No, they're aggro decks, and the green bits are sort of like the off the wall stuff like Kennedy and Talia combo. Could be a problem. I've seen a couple of streamers who are a little bit upset by this because they don't really want to be streaming if anything cool that you come up with is just going to get dismantled by basically this very good stuff deck that it's got some synergies, but most of the synergies are by accident. It's stuff like putting Cho in the market, taking out for Fire Merchant, so you can get the extra card draw, and like having some ways of giving units Revenge or Destiny, and then being able to draw them again with a Display of Ambition. It's sort of incidental synergy rather than real synergy. That's sort of something that's a little bit missing from FGS, but I actually kind of enjoy playing it, so for me, I can't remain impartial on this. But anyway, as always, thanks for watching. I'll see you around. Probably going to try and make the rest of this week's videos on Tuesday. I'll do one, and Thursday, Friday, I'll try and do one more on each of those days, but I'll probably try to come and do something a little bit more exciting, because I did have a Ko-Fi, so you can, yeah, it's like this, it's spelled. Yes, someone sent me a Ko-Fi and they asked for, like, yeah, not now gold. They asked for something, so I'm going to try and do that deck for them. One of the decks they tried asking for was Nostrix Porter again, but again, that deck just gets owned by Evergraft. Really don't like the card design behind that. And the other one was sort of a Clockroach's deck that was around Messenger Hawk. That's something a bit more fun that I am sort of more interested in doing. Could even do something with Mask around that, because I know that Ray had something pretty cool for that. So I'm going to speak to them, find out what that deck was, get some of the insight and why it was designed the way it was, and probably do that on like Friday. So anyway, thanks for watching. See you around.